5 Series is the oldest nameplate still in use by BMW, and it's now in its 6th generation, and it takes on the likes of the Audi A6, Mercedes-Benz E-Class and Jaguar XF. It's larger and more expensive than the BMW 3 Series, but it's also more comfortable, better equipped and more refined too. There's a choice of 11 engines with the 5 Series, so you'll have to pick carefully. None of them feel particularly underpowered, although you will have to work the 520i the hardest to get the most out of it. And pick of the range is the 520d, as it rarely has to be stretched even when at overtaking speed. If you want more performance, then the effortlessly quick 530d is well worth considering. Elsewhere, the 520i petrol offers a strong blend of performance and economy, and of course there's the famous M5, which is targeted at petrol heads. As good as the petrol-electric hybrid sounds, this model is one to avoid. It may be quick, but it's on the pricey side and difficult to justify. The way the 5 Series rides really depends on whether you go for the standard suspension or tick the box for the expensive optional adjustable shock absorbers called variable damper control. We'd recommend it as it's far more comfortable at low and high speeds, partly because you can soften or stiffen the suspension at the touch of a button. Without them fitted, the 5 Series fails to settle over lumps and bumps around town, while undulating roads cause too much body float. The steering is nicely weighted and gives you a good feel of how hard the tyres are gripping. And when it comes to refinement, every 5 Series keeps road noise out at all speeds, although you do notice the odd bit of wind noise around door mirrors. No matter what the engine, you'll hear a little noise from it when cruising on the motorway. As you'd expect for any premium executive saloon, the 5 Series gets comfortable and supportive seats, and of course they're all electric. The driving position is good, but the pedals are slightly offset, so especially in the manual model you'll feel the driving position can be a little odd. It's worth a test drive to find out if you can live with it or not. Forward visibility is good with thin front pillars and tall wide windscreen. However, the thick rear pillars mean that getting a good view of what's going on behind you isn't quite so easy. But at least every 5 Series comes with front and rear parking sensors as standard. A rear view camera and a self-parking system are an optional extra across the range. The dashboard is neatly laid out and all the controls are within easy reach. BMW's iDrive system is also one of the best on the market. It comes with a 6.5-inch screen as standard, or an optional 10.2-inch found in luxury, active hybrid and M5 models. Both systems are controlled via a rotary dial between the front seats, which is surrounded by shortcut buttons. It's a really easy system to use, both screens are clear and the various menus all make sense. All the cabin materials are built to a high quality, even the chrome touches are the real thing, rather than metal look coated plastics. Similarly, every button and switch is nicely damped, lifting the sense of quality further, while fit and finish throughout the cabin is exemplary. The 5 Series is one of the roomiest executive cars on the market, at least in the front. Even tall drivers have enough head and leg room. Rear space isn't as impressive though. If you've got 3 people sat here, you will struggle for shoulder room. Also, anyone who's sat in the middle seat will have to deal with this central transmission tunnel. To be fair though, most of its competition has exactly the same issue. The boot size is between the Audi A6 and Mercedes E-Class, and there's more than enough room for a couple of large suitcases and some smaller bags. Like all saloons though, the boot opening is far smaller than that of the hatchback. The BMW 5 Series is a well-built, spacious and refined executive saloon with good levels of equipment, low running costs and a good spread of engines. It's only a shame that you have to pay extra to make your 5 Series ride and handle like it should, and it's a pretty expensive option, albeit worth it.